We're Linda and Scotty, we're Kiwis Fly the Coop. We've been nomadic since 2017. We're leaving our caravan and our life behind in New Zealand to travel the world again. Follow us and see where we end up.
You say I first.
Kiwis Fly the Coop are back. We're back in the land of YouTube.
It's been a while.
It's been a long time. I think it's been well over a year since we've felt like knobs talking to a camera, and now we're back.
And notice I'm talking more because I've been told I have to.
We're working as a team and doing it my way. So for those of you that are new to the channel and don't really know who we are, I'm Linda.
I'm Scotty.
And we are Kiwis Fly the Coop. Just a quick background in case you don't know. We retired early 6.5 years ago, sold up everything and put everything into storage.
You've been that long?
6.5 years.
Holy moly.
Do you want to carry on from here?
Yeah, we should do.
Yeah,
so.
you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we put our stuff into storage, went overseas travelling, did just on 2 years in Asia, in Southeast Asia, went back to New Zealand, bought ourselves a caravan, travelled around for a short period of time so we could carry on our travels back overseas.
4 years.
Yeah, but because something came along that kind of screwed up a lot of plans for a lot of people around the world.
Called COVID.
So, but we're back into it now. That's in the past, and now we're back in the UK doing one of our first house sits that we've done in a few years.
And we're coming to you from a sunny and for the first time hot Oxford, where we're looking after a 13-year-old greyhound.
Which is in England.
Yeah. Well, you said we're in the UK.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so you're not confusing it with Oxford and New Zealand.
No.
Wouldn't do with the weather at the moment.
No. We also, during those 4.5 years, we did go back to work full time, actually probably more than full time, 6 days a week for both of us, for about 9 months in order for us to come back and pick up our travels where we left off 4.5 years ago. So we are back, baby.
So you can see why I don't say too much, because Linda usually covers it very, very well.
So we're 4.5 years older. We've both got a little less hair. That's why Scotty's not taking his hat off.
Everyone knows I wear a cap.
Oh, I've gone short hair and I'm not really liking it, but hey, it's going to grow. We're older, we're fatter, and we're more fit. But we're trying to work on the latter of those two.
Yeah. We've spent the last couple of weeks, especially since we've been house sitting for over a week now, doing a lot of walks during the day, and our time in London we did a lot of walking around, so using transport, So we're getting back into it.
We're averaging, I think a couple of days ago we did about 18,000 steps, but when we were in London for 4 days we did about 14 to 15,000 steps a day. So we didn't film any of that for YouTube because we concentrating on our social pages. So if you're not yet following Kiwis Fly the Coop on Instagram and Facebook for up-to-date current posts of where we are and what we're doing, go along and follow us on our socials. We toyed up the idea as to whether we would do YouTube again this time.
It takes a lot of time, especially for Linda, because she does all the editing.
Does my head in.
But the reason we started YouTube when we first went over to Asia, in Southeast Asia, is we wanted to have something to go back and look at our memories when we're kind of in a rest home. And all you got to do is look at the TV all day. So that's why we set it up. But a couple of people have asked as if we can put up a couple of YouTubes like we did in the past. And that's what we're going to do. I don't know if we're going to be regimental like a lot of professional YouTubers, where they're like every 2 a week or 1 a week. I think we're going to put up, as long as it's something that's interesting or something we can share with people, then that'll probably be us, eh?
And probably informative too. And another thing that cemented us to carry on with our YouTube was lockdown. We spent a lot of our lockdown days going over our old YouTubes and reminiscing and laughing and looking back on those YouTubes. They were quite stiff and formal. Not going to be like that anymore. I mean,
like I've been told, I kind of didn't say too much.
Yeah,
but that's me. I'm the quiet, silent type.
Oh. Yeah, we might even drop the odd swear word occasionally because that's us. And we just, this time we wanted to just have a little bit more fun and a little bit more relaxed. But we're not going to be like some YouTubers where you'll see us making coffee every morning or, you see us getting up out of bed or stepping out into the sunshine. It's just going to be informative, straight to the point.
And that's not us. We're not there to be professionals in it. We're there to enjoy ourselves and pass on some info if we can, yeah, and have some fun.
So speaking about professional, we've noticed we've got mics. Actually, we have changed our gear quite a bit too. Things have evolved in over the last 4 years, and maybe in the future we'll talk about the different things that we are now doing in full-time travel differently to what we did last time. But we've changed our gear that we are filming on. I got a new Samsung
S23 Ultra.
S23 Ultra. And so I can film in 4K on my phone now, and it's got really good stabilization. So that kind of superseded my good old Panasonic video camera. I know that sounds like so historic now, but that camera didn't film in 4K. Everything's now 4K. So we're just going to be using my camera. We're filming this on our new GoPro Hero 11.
Yep.
Which will be probably the majority of things we'll film on. And when the new iPhone gets released in September, Scotty's going to be looking at upgrading his iPhone, which is supposed to take really good videos as well.
Supposedly, from what we've heard, but also I'll be looking at the price, because knowing Apple, it'll have a horrendous price on it. So we are going to double check on that.
Yeah.
Because we are travelling, we're away for a while again, so we are on a budget. We're not there to skimp on things, but we do have to keep an eye on our budget as well. So and that's the idea with these videos. We'll put in what we enjoyed and try and get in some things that are either cost effective or a bit cheaper or even free, like a free walking tours and things like that. So yeah.
But just getting back to our filming technology, we bought these cordless mics. So actually we're probably yelling. We're probably yelling.
And I know they're called Boya because I just looked at Linda's and remembered what it's written on the front.
We bought these Boya cordless microphones mainly so that when we're outside, normally any little breeze or wind, you'll get the wind noise through the built-in microphones on either phones, my video camera, unless you get a really big sock for the microphone. But also too, we can set this camera up on a tripod, and which it is now, and walk. Like Scotty could be right down the yard and just talk normally, and everything will be recorded. So also too, on a GoPro Hero 11, which I'm sure the other GoPros are the same, you've got a front mic and you've got a back mic. So if you are turning facing the scenery, talking, it can sound slightly muffled, because the microphone is actually facing away from you if you've got it set on the front microphone. So hopefully that's going to make it a lot
So we would have
easier.
to keep changing the microphone if we wanted to move the GoPro around.
Yeah.
So we were thinking about getting a fixed mic on it, but we thought we'd just get these, give them a go, see how it goes.
Yeah.
So that's us at this stage.
Yeah.
So what we might do is just stop it here so we can have a review to make sure it's all right before we waffle on too much. And if we come back and we're still smiling, we know we got it right.
Edit, cut.
Oh, we're back.
And yeah, just like that, we're back. The magic of video editing. So we mentioned briefly about us house and pet sitting here in Oxford. We're not going to go too much into that at the moment, because we might do another YouTube shortly, just all about our house and pet sitting and how we've travelled the world doing it. And so yeah, I won't talk about that.
Yeah, because that's what we'll do, eh? Each YouTube will do will be about a topic or a place or something like that, eh?
Yeah, so this is just short and sharp, just to tell you that we're back. But what's next? What's next, Scotty, for Kiwis Fly the Coop?
Well, there's quite a bit on, and I don't really want to lead into it yet. We've got some exciting news coming up that hopefully in about a month or so, if all good that goes well, I'm touching wood, here we go.
We do like to plan not to plan, which is quite ironic. See, I used to be an event organiser, and that's probably been the hardest thing I've had to learn over the last 6 years, although I do always have a Lindy list. And so yeah, I'm the planner of the team. Scotty is the logistics manager and he needs, or traffic coordinator, transport coordinator, he needs to get us there.
So manager's higher up than organiser, eh?
No.
So that means I'm the boss.
No. And I'm the CEO, CFO,
okay.
Chief Financial
Well, that's true.
Officer. But anyway, we're not going to go into too much of what's next because we have had to do a lot of planning for what's coming up.
Yeah.
And you'll just have to stay tuned. So here's the usual spiel that YouTubers do. It's free to subscribe and hit the bell for your notifications for our next video.
I think, yeah, and I think it's good if you do that, because it does show that all the work that goes in. I think people see the YouTube, you don't realise how much, when I watch Linda doing the editing, and for someone that wasn't that great with computer work,
Which
really,
I'm still not really that great with computer
She spends
work.
a lot of time doing it, but like we said, it's for our memories, but if we can share it with people and you appreciate it, it's really cool as well. We do really appreciate, and when those people that on our other social medias have been commenting and offering advice, because we do read all through that advice, and we've found some cool things to do from that as well, and that's what we like about it.
We love people's comments, and if we can inspire just one person through our YouTube, through our social media pages, then that's just the icing on the cake, really, because if we can do it, there are a lot of other people out there that can do it as well, whether you do it solo or with a couple. But one thing, if you do it with a couple, you've both got to be on the same page. You've both got to want to have the same goal and see the same thing, really.
Well, you have to, yeah, because if you both are not on the same page, you ain't going to enjoy it. So you both can be on, because at times it is difficult. Things can get tense at times. We'll both agree on that. You just got to get through it, and that's the good thing about being on the same page, because you both got the same goals and want to see them do the same things, eh? So let's hope everything for everybody else, you enjoy it. Hey.
And that's a wrap. That's a wrap from us until our next video about house and pet sitting.
We might not do it in the sun when it's right on our faces, because it's getting quite hot out here.
Yeah, and it is morning time, so it's too early for happy hour.
Oh, so I can't have a beer.
So you will see a lot of happy hours on our videos as well.
You didn't answer that.
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
No. All right.
Okay.
See you soon.
That's us. Cheers.